been a Westside resident for the last 42 years. It's frustrating when so many people get up with so much misinformation that you can't possibly respond to all of it. I have to say that 20 years ago, we realized we had a significant gap in terms of how much water we produce and how much we would need in a serious drought. Not a speculative drought, but a drought that we already had in this community, like the one in 76, 77. And we spent the 20 years with desal as our last possible option. I was a major opponent of it, other members of the council majorities all opposed it. So we seriously investigated a lot of possibilities, everything that was possibly out there. And each one of them, one at a time, many of which have already been mentioned again this evening, failed to produce a result that was predictable or that you could depend upon. So we eventually found ourselves back at desal, and then we spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to make desal environmentally sound and how to make it come in at a cost that's reasonable for the community. I think that so far we've been able to do that primarily in a pretty effective way. I only have the time to pick one example of the kind of, I think, just misinformation that people may have on the water transfer issue. I think people imagine that somehow a water basin is like a bucket with a bottom in it, that you can transfer water from the city of Santa Cruz to Soquel Creek and it will fill up their basin and then we can draw it back out in other years. Unfortunately, that's not the way water basins work. We don't know how much water capacity there is in the Soquel Creek water basin. We don't even know how many people have private wells into that because of political reasons. The county's not willing to force people to even report their wells and what they take. So there's a situation that really cannot be met over there. And Soquel Creek can promise you that they want to transfer you water. That doesn't mean it would ever be available. They will never know that there's secure water out of that basin until they actually find that adding water to the basin in some way or resting the basin will save enough water that there's something left to send back, and there's no evidence of that.
Thank you. Next speaker.